Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We are going to tuck right in right after I issue everybody a thank you and a humble gratitude laden hooray for everybody liking, subscribing, and ordering private reads and doing life coaching work with me. It is helping me to grow and expand this channel. We're now reaching over 165 countries, and I'm so impressed and happy with that. I've only begun like 3 weeks ago. I've had this information for a lifetime because I've studied, garnered information. Psychology has always been my thing, the study, of humanities and people and how to, just raise the vibration and help people heal. My mother was also into that. She worked with schizophrenics and did some really important work too. And I have nurses in my family. I have a lot of people that just, they're caregivers, and it's important as humans that we help one another. So I'm going to do a really fun 3-card spread. And it is going to be, because Halloween is coming close, and right now there's hurricanes approaching the eastern seaboard, and they're a little inland right now, very close to where I live. There's a lot of electrically charged energy everywhere. So I am going to have this be based on with Halloween and all that stuff coming. The question is going to be, do you have anybody in your immediate circle, workplace, family that is working against you? Someone that has ill intent, whether through jealousy or any of those perceptions that you're getting more than they are, so they are either spreading gossip or they are doing something that is harmful to your psyche behind your back. Forewarned is foreducated, and lots of times there's tons of way that you can defend yourself, prepare yourself, set your boundaries, and be safer. Because a lie is a lie is a lie, even if everybody thinks it's a truth. You know what I'm saying? And what does happen sometimes, if people are not self-aware and they have envy and your light is shining, I see a lot of people's really manifesting what they want, and people that don't know how to do that or have clarity or good feelings or higher vibrations, they can't manifest. So what do? They talk about other people, because if they talked about themselves, nobody would give a damn or listen. So this is also, I'm going to give a snippet at the end, and I'll timestamp it, how to protect yourself from these energies, because they are out there. And my one road that was left to me at my last job was actually only to leave because I was outnumbered by people that didn't want to do their work. So I would pick up the extra work, and then they was afraid they would get caught, and so they would just gossip and be terrible. And I live in a way which nobody believes that anyway, but then to be spiteful, they do less work and they'd make messes, and we are around dangerous equipment in some areas, and these people were absolute narcissists. They were very young. They weren't self-aware. I believe some of them had past abuses that they never came to terms with. So sometimes you have to remove yourself too, but there are very good coping skills. So I'm going to do, and I'm using these beautiful cards. I love this artist so much. She's fantastic. So I am going to begin, and I'll tell you what these cards are after too. Let's put our dragon over there, and I'm going to storyboard it for us, because I would like to. I went and got this great cup today when I was out, the Black Cat Psychic Vision Cup. I was so excited. I was like, yay. But the weather is a tad dangerous here right now, and everybody is driving like lunatics. All the roads were jammed out if there were fast food places around, because people were trying to not have to get out of their cars and things. So it was pretty crazy. So along with numbers, I'm going to give you your choice. Since I own my own jewelry shop and I have tons of jewels, I'll use these as a number system. So over here we have coral and we have jade. Over here we have, I call them gunmetals and rose quartz. And over here we have blue agates. Yeah, and also if you're ever interested in anything in protective stones, you can always contact me and comment, and I can tell you what does what. And I actually have a link below to my Etsy store. I use all natural stones for stuff like that. Yeah, and if you need any other information or private reads or anything, just click down there. I believe very, very heavily in crystal therapy. They help me so much. And I have made, when I've started at companies, and I usually last about a year, and then I learn everything I need to learn, and I go on. I buy almost everybody that I like. I buy the stones and make everybody something that's personal to them. And it was so funny, at one point at a place I worked, there was probably like anywhere from 60 to 100 staff members just all wearing my bracelets of their birthstones and stuff. It was such a good feeling that, like, sometimes I just come home and cry, and I'm like, because I feel connected to people, and people are beautiful, and everybody needs to be raised up. They need to be celebrated. They need to be valued. That's it. Okay, so the first one with the jade, and coral is going to be 1. The gunmetals and the rose quartz are going to be 2, and the poppin' blue agates are going to be 3. So it is. Does anybody have negative intent or using negative energies towards you, gossiping, trying to basically sabotage you in ways? And what you can do, I'll flip those over and then I'll let you know what you can do. I'll do an oracle clarifier and then I can tell you how to protect yourself. It's very simple. It's basically setting your boundaries, and it's very simple, but it does take the absence of one thing, and that is participation in the bullshit and reacting, because that's all they want. Childish, silly people that are starved for attention or narcissists, they only want attention. So if you don't give them any of that, they don't have a leg to stand on. It's that old adage of it takes 2 people to argue. But sometimes, because your vibe attracts your tribe, usually the bad people put out that vibration to other bad people, and they run in wolf packs, and that's unfortunate. But sometimes you can feel outnumbered. So there are ways to cope with that too. So I'm going to start with the first one. I had some really cool insights. Okay, so let's go this way. I'm going to go this way. The first one is this is the first time I'm actually using these cards. I love the hell out of them. I find them so beautiful. Oh, the 5 of Cups. Oh, the Knight of Coins. Oh, that's so beautiful. So yeah, I'm actually going to go left to right in these. So yeah, the Knight of Coins. Let's see how I feel about this. Let me soak these in. These definitely emanate a different kind of energy to me, and I like them for Halloween because they have a lovely sort of eerie, fun energy about them. You know what I mean? This is excellent for you. I like this a lot. And I'm going to start left to right, and I'll tell you why in a second, because I have to absorb this. Okay, yeah. So with your Knight of Coins and stuff, you're working hard. You're working hard towards bettering yourself. I feel like you're becoming more and more aware. You see how she's just sort of floating with the leaves into autumn, growing with a tree. You're growing right now. You're growing your money. You're growing your resources. You're expanding. And that's very important as a human to learn and change your processes that don't work. You're changing your perspective. And as you see, you're in the top of a tree, so you're gaining higher perspective. That is why you will have issues with people that operate on a low vibe. You know what I mean? It's usually jealousy, it's gossiping, sabotage, things like that. You won't settle for that, but because you're growing, you're above that. It's not even really affecting you right now. And also in the 5 of Cups, you feel embraced by your guides, your spirits, your helpers, your family, so you feel very strong. I feel like you're so protected at this stage. It wouldn't matter if a whole army of friggin' demons descended on you. You'd be like, yeah, piss off, I'm good. You just eat your popcorn and watch it. I feel like that at times. I'm serious. I'll take on the whole friggin' brigade. And I am a very strong-willed person. I have an arsenal of words. I know how to protect myself. But sometimes if you're in a weakened state, that's a whole different story. If you're tired and run down and you can't think quickly, so you don't even know where the little psychic attacks are coming from. But in this one, you're held by your angels, your guides. You're in a higher perception, and it's not bothering you. And then you have the sun, so you're wonderfully basking in the ray of warm yellow light, and you're protected. So that's how you're helping yourself, is you can visualize yourself wrapped in warm light, white light, yellow light, all those things. It's very protective. You carry stones with you. I find some of the best stones, self-love. I love and adore rose quartz, deflective back stones. I have this big thing of tourmaline, onyx, all of those dark stones deflect that negative energy, and it just sort of bounces off it. It really does. Citrines, that's my birthstone. It's called the sunstone, and it actually emits happy vibrations, and it cleanses your other stones as well. But also this thing, I am here for a higher purpose. You just keep saying that to yourself. You don't need to deal with the silliness and garbage of others. You feel secure and happy, and you're learning. And because of that silliness doesn't even bother you. You're simply thinking, oh, this person or these people are simply not self-aware yet. They'll get there. And I don't need to listen to any of that crap because I'm powerful, strong, and I know what I'm about. Oh, wow. And this will crown your thing. Know your power. Here's the most powerful thing you can do to answer detractors and idiots. It's a look. It's not a word. It's not anything. My father had this gift and I loved it so much because all shit would be breaking loose from all the four corners of the world, and everybody would be going nuts. And he would simply just stop, and he was very Nordic and had really light blue eyes. He would just stop and look, kind of look that quiet up and down, like taking you in, and then just sort of let out that little thing. And it's basically that little thing that says, oh, I'm disappointed. Not a word, not anything. And silence has so much power in it. So when everybody is blathering on like the village idiots they are, you simply know your power and be like, this isn't something I have to be involved in. And you simply do the look and you move on. You move away. You don't have to stand in there. You do not need to participate. And your lack of participation is what gives you your power. You're simply saying, guess what I'm not doing? I'm not joining all these monkeys in their stupid, trashy garbage. You're just not doing it. And by doing that, people are very respectful of you. I feel like you're highly regarded because of that too. So that is you. Very, very good. I like when people are very protected. This time of year, it's high manifestation. So excellent. So if you need any further understanding or anything, you can go to my links below. Thank you, and please like and subscribe if it resonated with you. I'm really happy when people get the sun in their thing and also that know your power. Because sometimes we forget about it and we give it away. And the easiest way to give away our power is to engage with idiots over idiocy. That's it. You just go, oh, no, I got better things to do. My brain needs to rest. I need to listen to music, not fight with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Not happening. And in the workplace, it can be very hard. I am not above having done that before because I have been tired or run down. Nice. So you have the Queen of Wands. Very good. Yeah, I feel like this time of year too, people want a clean slate. They want a clean mental background so they can work. And then you have the Tower. Okay, so Queen of Wands and Tower right in the middle. And the Tower, is just about ripping everything down by its foundation. And this is Judgment. So you're going to come out really good in this for one reason. You just start with this in the middle, the Tower. The Tower is shit be falling from the skies and Chicken Little be running everywhere. You're not. You're the Queen of Wands, and that's the person that makes action. You're standing tall. You're making quick, decisive. Look, you're saving the baby, and you're getting some flying donuts and some yum-yums. Yum-yums. I love these because they're so beautiful. Yes, when you have chaos, who are you going to go to? You're going to go to the leader. You're going to go to the queen. You're going to go to the king, and you're going to ask for help. So people will actually be seeking your help. There'll be squabbles. People are going to come to you as a mediator. I feel like you have sound judgment, and you do not participate. You just don't lower yourself to get in those squabbles. Nope, you got your baby and your cake and your yum-yums. You good. And that's the Judgment right there. And here's why. When you have things coming down, everybody wants to know where everything's going to fall, especially if it's in a situation where people can lose their jobs. So you, by not participating and just offering guidance when you can quietly and setting boundaries and say, also knowing that you don't have to come up with the answers right there and say, I would like to think on this and I will get back to you. Give yourself space to breathe and live, because I feel like a lot of people are going to approach you for help in your sound judgment. They want your judgment. Because it be raining shit zorbs everywhere. Be raining shit zorbs. Pardon me. Look at my fancy goblet. I could almost die. It's the fanciest goblet in the world. I went and I got cherry 7-Up and a fancy, fancy goblet. I just can't even believe the luck I'm having today. I had to go to Home Goods because I had to get some fun Halloween stuff and a candle. I burned all my candles out. Oh, so this is nice. Oh, you actually got 2 cards, so I'm going to do both of them. Follow the moon. Yep, September 24th, there's going to be a full moon. Let 2 become 1. So I feel like you're getting very close in a friendship too. So let your thoughts, really talk to them, really listen to them. Following the moon. That's your emotion. Let your emotions wash over you like water and be like, okay, I absolutely feel good when I do this. Why do I think that is? Get in touch with your emotions so you can make the best out of everything. Know what riles you, know what calms you down, and it makes you placid, receptive, loving, and go with that energy and travel in that direction. So that's fantastic. You're using good judgment You know what you need to resolve things and to elevate yourself too. So that's fantastic. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me comments. I mean, half the readings I'm coming up with are fantastic, just comments from people, and then I open a dialogue and then we chit chat about stuff. So it's so much fun. And I appreciate it, you guys. Yeah, and if you need any other clarity on that, you can just go to the link below. That's so cool. Yeah, follow the moon. I love that. The moon and storms make me very receptive to energies and just intuitive things like crazy. That's why I wanted to do this thing with the storm and people being aggressive. I had this picture in my head of people being aggressive in people's workplaces and or homes, and I thought it was important sometimes to protect ourselves because we don't even know why people are being shit-zorbs 10,000s, but they just do. You know, people just are. They get crazy. And again, always remind yourself, hey, they are simply unaware. That's all it is. They're young. It was always younger people than me I had trouble with because they're very showy. They need attention. They're attention seeking. And I've never liked that because it's a selfish way to exist. People will be in a conversation and these type of people just bust right in because they have a thought or whatever. They can't contain it. And it's not youthful exuberance. It's selfishness. There's a difference. And I feel like, you know, everyone's becoming aware of this. Oh, wow. So looky. Okay, so we got the 4 of coins and we have the 3 of coins. Oh, very nice. People are coining out all over the place. So yeah, with pentacles. I love these cards. They're so beautiful and dreamy. At first I was like, oh, these would be perfect around Halloween time. And I had gotten them for Mother's Day and I was like, oh, these are super duper. Okay, so I'm doing left to right in these. It's funny when I do this, when I do conflict resolution, I go left to right. And that's funny because this is the Hanged Man. Now, how you get your perspective and you get your balance is by completely stopping. If people are going cuckoo berries around you and fighting and squabbling, stay still like the Hangman. Observe it. Observe, why is this happening? A, is it escalating? B, who in this people that are participating are causing the escalation? Who looks like they like this and it thrives on? Who is this conflict usually around? Because later that's how you can resolve it. Is it everyone? And if the numbers are very high, you may have to leave that situation or job. I did that. I had too many youthful narcissists that were crazy. They didn't want to do work. They thought it was their gossip living room or their chat line or whatever it was. And it was, yeah, problematic. So you're just by staying still, 2 perspectives now. When you're looking at 2 perspectives, you're old and you're new. What can I do new to avoid these conflict-ridden situations or these people that are gossiping? Because there's a couple people around you. They see that you raise the bar and that you stand out in a good way, and they don't necessarily love that because but they suffer by comparison. And they don't particularly love that. So they try to just do these little digs here and there, and it bothers you. They know not to bother to go behind your back and gossip because nobody's going to believe that. And again, it's that sentiment. If you're talking about somebody else, it's because nobody would really care if you were talking about yourself. It's sad, but it's true. You know, people that are just constantly me, people lose interest in that very quickly. And then you got the 3 of coins and the 4 of coins. So you're working hard to set yourself a nice strong foundation for work and be focused and be together. And it's helping you, and it's very protective against these energies too. And I told my other readers too, good things you can wear to deflect it. I love rose quartz because that's about self-love and love in general, and you can emit that and remind yourself, and just touching the stones is very grounded. Any of the dark stones, the onyx, the tourmalines, any of that deflect that negative energy. And to bring happy, good, clean, clear, sunny energy is citrines. I love that. That's a November, December stone. So those are fantastic. Now listen, you really have a good, solid head. You got double heads on your shoulder. You got 2 heads are better than 1. And that's basically what this is. So think, okay, in the past when I dealt with that, how did it work? Okay, if that didn't turn out great, let's try this. But simply by staying still and being the Hanged Man and completely observing, they will start to look like jackals, coyotes, or apes in a zoo. They really will. They will stop even looking like human beings. Because you're really zooming in there with this new perspective, you'll see how foolish it looks to engage in squabbling and finger pointing and all that. It really lessens your truth, your respect, and your how you want to cope with these people and them, because why would people sit around and cackle and argue? They just start to look like they're not of sound mind. So you're removing yourself, you're observing, you're just working hard on yourself and your job. And again, you're observing. The reflection is very heavy. You're like, okay, I got this. I'm working hard at my job. I'm not participating with all the zoo creatures. I'm not going to play. No, 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 no. There you go. Stay strong. And you are. Being at this two heads better than one perspective, watching what's going on, you're staying extremely strong. You're just perched there. You're watching. And you pretty much are, in whatever squabble, is invincible, because people already hold you in high regard. So they're not listening if anybody's trying to drag you down. You know, you live a life that people don't believe that anyway. If somebody said something foolish, they'd look even more foolish trying to bring you down. So yeah, you're well above all this. And remember to protect yourself by thinking of yourself surrounded by yellow, white energy, stuff like that, and being like, would I like to be perceived like these baboons over here with their insane craziness, or would I like to be perceived by an elevated human being like you are, that's trying to earn a living in a nice way? Or if it's a family squabble, the same thing. You would not believe, I've been an observer of people my entire life, ever since I was young, and I was always impressed how people regarded my dad. The second he started to talk, everybody would be quiet, because he didn't talk all the time and he didn't talk nonsense. It was either helpful, uplifting, something like that. It was always, coming from the four cornerstones of Hail of the honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. And that's it. And I remember just everybody always stopping and listening to him when he would say something, especially in conflict laden things, because people don't like conflict. It takes a toll on them. So you are definitely, you're looking good, you're staying strong, and you're rising above. So good deal if you chose number 3. Everybody's looking really good. People are elevating themselves. They really are. So if you need any clarification, you can go to my link below. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments. I'm getting the best comments. I'm so happy. It's giving me so many good ideas, and it's opening dialogue. It's fantastic. And you guys, you viewers, are fantastic. I love people that are into this and any kind of thing that brings out optimism, hope, and love for each other. You know what? That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. Just to tell everybody, guess what? If you think you can, you friggin' can. That's it. End of story. Ta-da! Happy Halloween. And I have my fancy chalice. See, my son was like, oh, Mom, you must be the queen. I'm like, I totally am. I drink my soda from a chalice. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.